Hello there, friends. Duke of Hayes Old School Gameplays here. Thank you once again for allowing me into your homes. Today is March 9th, 2024. We are currently playing World of Warcraft. I am a World of Warcraft streamer. Hello, I am Duke of Hayes. We are starting our beginner series today. If you're new to World of Warcraft, this is designed to help you feel more comfortable with the game. What this guide is it's not really for veterans, and I don't know if any information I'm giving will be useful to anybody who has a basic understanding of the game already. This is just me going and acting as if I was a new player and telling you how to play the game. So you may or may not get value out of this video, but if you are new and you liked it, please consider following me here on Twitch. We're at 131 followers. I'd love to get that up to 200. We are also at 127 subs. There's a link down below to my YouTube where I'd love to get up to 130. And let's just get started, methinks. Boyos. Let's just get it started. So I was checking to see if we got beta access, but it does not appear to be the case. Well, what can you do? You just keep hoping that maybe it'll come to you. So I'm gonna do something I don't normally do, and that's disable all my add-ons, which I've gotten so used to playing with add-ons that it's going to be quite tricky to do. So if you're new to the game, I recommend starting with a hunter. Hunters are the easiest class to play. A certain kind of hunter, but we'll get focused more on that later. Oh, all my precious add-ons. I will make a talk about add-ons later, I guess, but right now let's just start from the beginning as if you were somebody who is making a new character. Obviously this will be your screen. Pick any race, can be a hunter, so pick any race over here that appeals to you. So start down here. I recommend hunter. And it's really just a matter of choice on what you prefer, what race really speaks to you. He looks kind of cool. I'm not really a Volpira enjoyer. I did unlock them, but I don't know. I think there's a lot of weird connotations to Volpiras. But I will be starting with a regular race. I don't know if people automatically have access to allied races. So, whatever you feel is good, eh? What are we feeling? What are we feeling? I could randomize it, but I've done all of these other starters. I haven't done a Pandaren one recently, so let's pick Pandaren. Tsuyoji. Hey, yeah, that'll work. He already looks pretty good, but let's randomize him some more. Oh, yeah, that's the one. So, Exile's Reach, this will be your starting experience. If you're new to the game, this is where everybody goes, like, no questions asked. I have the choice of the original starter zone because I've leveled many characters over many lifetimes. So, Exile's Reach is where you will be going, so I will be going to Exile's Reach with you, okay? A lot of this is, like, self-explanatory, but sometimes people need that extra little bit of, what's that word I'm looking for? Help. A little bit more explanation, and maybe you're not sure what to do, you know? The person talking is Chris Metzen. This is the guy who's basically responsible for, like, all of Blizzard's games. Not so much as a designer, but he wrote the backstory for like all of their major properties. StarCraft, Warcraft, Diablo, like that was Chris Metzen. So, WASDA, oh, look at all these people here. Look around. So here's what we're going to do, okay? I'm going to turn these off because I feel like you will see these for yourself, yeah? So me showing you what you're already seeing is maybe not super valuable. I don't even remember how to turn these off. I don't remember. Oh, tutorials, here. There you go. Turn those off. Reset and turn them off. Display an in-world marker indicating the direction and distance of a tracked quest or waypoint. Okay. Sorry, I probably should have done this ahead of time. Combat. We'll just leave the rest for how it is. I like to have auto loot on. It just makes whenever you right click an enemy that you've defeated, you will loot their corpse. If you have auto loot on, it'll automatically loot it for you. If not, you will have to hold down shift to automatically loot them. Or you can right click and it'll open up their inventory of what's on their body, and then you have to manually select what it is that you want to collect from them. But I prefer auto loot because I just pick up everything. So let's do that.
I do not have a target.
Walk around it. So walk around where? I don't know. So return to game. So this is what it'll look like for you. We start with Steady Shot. Pandaren have the Quaking Palm, which is a racial ability. It's something that they have specifically. You will not have that. So warming up. We're nearing the island where the Horde's last expedition was lost. You need to be prepared for what's out there. Warm up on these combat dummies. Show me your strength. So if you hit V, it turns on enemy nameplates. I think they're off by default, but hitting V will show you neutral or enemy mobs that you can interact with in the world. And if they're yellow, that means that they won't attack you. You can attack them, and then they will immediately start attacking you in self-defense. If it's red, they will attack you on sight if you get close enough to them. So these target dummies, and they just want us to attack them. So again, we only have Steady Shot. Here's something that I'm not really explaining. I'll explain here in a second. Also, we have edit mode. Oh, I can't even use edit mode yet. But normally for you, this won't be like A, 2, 3, D, R, F, mouse up, mouse down. I've key binded my buttons to make them easier for me to push. You can click them, or you can keybind them so that you can automatically cast your abilities with the click of a key. I recommend keybinding, but if that's too much for you, you can opt out of doing it. But in order to keybind, you would go to Options, Keybindings, Action Bar, and then you set these to whatever you feel comfortable with. I don't really turn my character manually. I hold down right click to turn my character. So I've unbound those buttons and added them to my ability bar instead. Again, you don't have to do that, and it's very overwhelming at first. So if you just want to click, you can go ahead and click. But you will get, once you get more comfortable, it is just faster for you to keybind your abilities. So good, you've kept training since we set sail. I need to speak with the crew about this storm. Spar with Trog. He will assess your skills and decide on your role once we make landfall. So complete quest. Also, yes, you run up Whenever you see these exclamation points, that means that they have a quest to give you. You right click on them and it will open up what the quest is asking you to do. So this quest is called Stand Your Ground. Loktar, nothing quite like a good fight in the rain. We will spar together and take the measures of your strength. So this is just teaching you how to fight enemies that will fight you back now.
Strike hard. Never run from your foe. Victory or death. Always face your enemy.
It's basically telling you, okay, so if an enemy gets behind you, you want to always be looking at them, because if you're not looking at an enemy, you cannot deal damage to them. Okay, so we hit level 2. For Hunter, we get Arcane Shot. It's just, so as you see, as a Hunter, you have this green bar, which is your health, and this orange bar, which is your focus. Your abilities, except for Steady Shot, cost focus, so this is 40. Generally speaking, you don't ever want this bar to be full because it's a waste of resources. So, cast Arcane Shot as long as you have 100 focus.
We will save the expedition.
So, brace for impact. Well fought, Thuyoji. You bring strength and honor for the Horde. Now, just wait. Did you hear that? So,
Go with honor. Warlord, this storm will soon overwhelm us.
Brace yourself.
I don't know if this guy's a bot. He's been doing that for forever. Maybe it's a kid. I don't know. Anyway, brace for impact. This ship won't make it to the island in one piece. Hold on to something and pray that the elements will spare us for a grim death.
Stay sharp.
So yeah, there's a little bit of, like, if you've never played a computer game before, there's some stuff that is not immediately obvious, but basically always be looking at your enemy. If an enemy jumps behind you, you're going to want to turn around and look at them. Like I said, holding down right click and dragging it left or right will turn your character. Okay, how do I get rid of that thing right there?
Recruit. You survived. We need to regroup at once.
Interface. Minions. Display. Hide adventure guide alerts. I don't know about that. Incoming heals, power bars. Not quite sure, but it'll go away after you're away from here. For some reason, I don't know why this is still here, but it's fine.
Stay focused.
So, Murloc Mania. The shore is littered with shipwrecks. This must be where the lost expedition crashed. We cannot begin our search until our soldiers are healed. There is no honor in leaving the fallen behind. Our medical supplies were stolen by Murlocs. Slay the pests and recover. So,
Don't let your guard
this is your
down.
introduction to enemies that will actually fight you back.
Relax at once. You're dangerous in packs.
So now that we have Arcane Shot, we can use that twice before we have to wait for our focus to come back. Again, we have auto loot on, so whenever I right click a fallen enemy, I will loot all the items that are on their bodies automatically. And you get there again by going to options, options, controls, and click checkmark auto loot. Otherwise, you'll have to loot things manually, which is just slower. So now we're just killing 6 Murlocs. You just hover over them and you can, if you left click them, it selects them. If you right click them, it auto attacks them. So if you just want to hover over something without attacking it, you left click. And like I said, we're just using Arcane Shot because that's all we have right now. Pretty simple, pretty simple. You just use Arcane Shot and you're fine. You will see other players out in the world. They might have more armor on than you. You might see fancy light effects flashing everywhere. Don't worry about it. They've been playing the game a long time when they're leveling characters. And they have gear that allows them to go really fast. Like, you know, this person here from Far Striders, and they have all their gear or whatever. So we must treat our wounded before we can begin searching for the missing expedition. Take this first aid kit and tend to the survivors. The horde leaves no one behind, so this next quest has us healing dudes on the floor. If you hover over an objective that you can use an item on, sometimes you'll see this icon appear. That means that you just have to right click and it'll automatically use the item instead of you having to click it from your inventory. I should also say B is to open your bags.
Probably hit the first boat too.
We don't have much. I guess we have these boots that I didn't see, but as you can see, I have 3 silver, 73 copper. This is a junk item. It's a dark gray color. White means it's a common item. Green means it's uncommon. Blue is rare. Yellow is epic. Orange is legendary. And a light yellowish golden color is artifact quality, but you don't see items of that color typically.
The horde leaves no one
And orange items are very special and very rare. But purple items come as you get higher level in the game and you do content that is challenging. Usually. You can, well, that's way later. We're not focused on gear quality right now. So finding the lost expedition. I saw a fire to the north of us. We're going to see if it was started by someone from the expedition. You're the newest of our recruits, so you're staying with me. Come, we move north.
for the horde.
So basically she will guide you.
Search for more survivors. Recruit, you and I will push forward.
She says move to the north. So M opens up your map. This is Exile's Reach. And if it'll usually show like where your destination is. So this is our little cursor. And we just move up until we reach the little blip on the map. It's not too difficult. But yes, M opens your map. B opens your bags. And we're just running up to the next area of the quest chain.
So, Wansa!
So, who? Someone named Wansa. So hungry, they took everyone else. I beat the last one. You'll see people riding around on motorcycles and shit. That stuff will come later. Don't worry about it.
Stay focused.
As a new player, you won't have access to that sort of thing yet. Unless you know a friend who's going to give you a lot of gold. So, it's okay. All in due time. You make a decent chunk of money and I'll show you where to buy heirlooms and stuff later. So this is Wansa, a shaman who was with the expedition. She's dying of starvation, a death unfit for the horde. Slay some of the nearby wildlife for their meat and cook it over the fire. Wansa can tell us what happened to the missing expedition after she eats. So collect 5 raw meat and then cook it on the campfire. So without saying much, without saying it, they're kind of teaching you about cooking, which is an RP thing, but also a practical thing. If you get really good at cooking, you can make yourself really like good meals that will buff your character in some way. That will give your character a power advantage, I should say, because buff is a video game term that may not be immediately known to people. But a buff is like, you know, buff. It makes you stronger. So if you get really good at cooking, well, not buff. I mean, my arms are. The rest of my body aren't, though. I have not been working out. Anyway, I'm digressing. So we're just running around killing 5 goats and then coming back and cooking the meat on the fire. So again, if you're a hunter, which I suggest you do, just because they are the easiest beginner-friendly class there is, in my personal opinion. So basically, any wildlife you see in the vicinity, you can use for the meat. If you hover your mouse over it, you'll see in the lower right-hand corner. I can't exactly show you, but over here, the activate windows thing is in the way. I'm sorry, I don't have the extra cache, but that's not important. It'll show you that they can drop the quest item you're looking for, and if you see, look closely, there's a little yellow thing under them, this little yellow like highlight. If you see that around an enemy, that usually means that they relate to a quest that you're on in some way, shape, or form. So if we kill this prickly porcupine, we get meat from them. Basically is what that means. So as a hunter, you kind of want to, you're a ranged class, so you don't want to be up in their personal space, because you have the advantage of being at range, and that makes it to where you just don't receive as much damage as other classes do while leveling. Okay, we got another ability, Disengage. This is an ability that you can use to run away, and you can use it to stop yourself from taking fall damage, but that's more advanced. We also got Wing Clip, which I didn't talk about earlier. Wing Clip slows an enemy's movement speed by 50%. You generally, if you're going to die, you use Wing Clip to make them run slower so that you can get away. It's very rare that you'll die, though. But if you're panicking or you're fighting an enemy that is too difficult for you currently, use Wing Clip to slow their movement speed and run away.
We got ambushed by the quill boar.
Eat first. I won't let you starve to death.
No. Also, I'm going to do something that is a little advanced, so forgive me. I'm going to add a couple of action bars. You don't have to do this. I just like doing this. Yeah, for whatever reason. That's fine, I guess. I don't know why this is like this. It's fine. It's not important. It's not important right now. So that's weird that this is like that, but it's not, like I said, not important, not important. I'm probably going to have to do this all later again, but it's okay. So I'm just key binding this second action bar that I've added. I'm using quick keybind mode. All you do is you hover your mouse over these little squares that you see, and you assign it what you want your keybind to be. So I like my top bar right here to all be shift. So Shift A, Shift Q, Shift W, Shift E, Shift D, Shift R, Shift F, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very rare that you're going to be needing all these buttons, especially on Hunter, but these are here for whenever we get abilities later. So okay. So right click, turning the quest, and we get some tough jerky. Sauce quickly eats the meat that you cooked. Looks like I'm not going to be knocking on Samdi's door after all. You best hurry. The Quillboar took Suja and the rest of the expedition. So complete.
Got to get the others back.
Now we get the follow-up. Northbound. The Quillboar kidnapped the rest of the expedition and took them north. They said they're going to use the expedition for some sort of sacrifice. You got to head north as you can to stop them. So scout northward and find Mithran Dawn Tracker.
Careful out there.
We'll head north to see what the others have found.
So again, if you're not sure where to go, you open your map with M and you can see that our goal is northeast of us on this map.
That'll be right to count on you.
So, north is up, west is left, east is right, and south is down. To my orientation, right? Because it'll be flipped for you depending on what you're looking at. But generally on a map, north, west, east, south. So east and north, so northeast from here, okay? And basically, you just follow the road. And you can see this little diamond up there that shows you where your location is ultimately. Excuse me, sorry.
Ah, good, you're here. The Quillbore are conducting some foul ritual.
Quillbore, you say?
The Eternal Sun guides us.
Have good news.
Keep yourself safe.
A hunter like yourself needs a good pet by your side. Did you not bring one with you? I suppose I'll have to compensate you for lack of training. Listen closely and learn quickly. I will teach you how to tame a beast and make it your pet. You will need one if you're going to fight the Quillbore, okay?
Remember the day you met me. I will teach you the basics as fast as I can. Do pay attention. That shall have to do for now. Find a beast and tame it.
So we got, this is your main bread and butter and why hunters are the friendliest. Well, I mean, I say friendliest, but they're pretty friendly, easy to train. Let's go train a goat, I think. Basically, if you hover over a beast on the map, you will see, so not a beast, but if you hover over an NPC like this coastal goat, if it says beast under their name as a hunter, you can tame it and it will fight for you by your side. So we learned tame beast. I'm going to move this over here because it's not a button I push very often. Generally, these action bars are for buttons that I don't push very often. Very rarely do I push them. So there's this coastal goat. I think I'm going to have him as my follower. So I'm going to hit tame beast. And you just wait for it to fully channel your ability and he'll become your pet. So his name is Gruffhorn. If you right click his picture, you can click on rename. And we're going to call him Philip. I was going to say Black Philip, but I thought he's just called Philip. Invalid characters? Okay, I don't know what the heck that means. Sure. Rename. Shoot, I don't know. Goaty? Or is that also unacceptable? Also, I'm a little too zoomed in. I've made it to where if I hold down shift and move my mouse wheel, I zoom in and out. That's not how it's going to work for you if you're new to the game. If you mouse wheel up or down, it'll zoom your camera in and out. It's really a matter of preference, but being too zoomed in makes it hard for you to like really get good peripheral vision. So you want to zoom out to at least be able to see what sorts of things are around you. So now that we have our pet, fine work. The lessons you learn from the what? Inimitable Mithron? I don't know. That's a GRE word if I've ever seen one. Inimitable Mithran Dawn Tracker will last you a lifetime. Now count down the business of our Quillbore foes. Now down from down with a Quillbore. We also got Mend Pet, or Revive Pet, I should say. If your pet dies, you have to revive it with this ability. So we're slaying Geolord Grek Og. I have discovered that the Quillbore are performing a necromantic ritual on a survivor from the missing expedition. The ritual is being performed by the tribe's leader, Geolord Grek Og. Slay Grek Og and save the survivor. Show this brute that the horde is not to be trifled with. So accept.
Keep yourself safe.
You know, normally we have a mini-map over here, and I'm wondering why it's not there. An in-world marker. Okay, you can turn that off. That's kind of weird. You know, normally there's a mini-map over there. Well, maybe they don't want it there for reasons? I don't know why. Quillbore are savage and violent. I had thought the practice of necromancy beyond them. Obviously, we cannot allow them to continue their rituals, and certainly not on members of the Horde. Slay the Quillbore in the den. They must learn the fatal error of their ways. So we're also slaying 7 Quillboar, and as you can see, we're gonna get some gloves for doing this. If you push C, it shows you your character sheet.
Shuja? I saw no sign
As you
of
can
her.
see, there's lots
Perhaps she
of
evaded capture?
item slots that are empty, so we only start with this vest, these wrist wraps, this cord, this leg, and we got these linked mail boots that we just picked up. So again, for whatever reason, I don't know why the minimap isn't here. Not sure why, but this blue highlighted area shows you where you can find the enemies that you will be killing. So the Quillboar are located in this area, and the one mob that you have to kill is further west of this area. So again, if you highlight over them, you'll see Forbidden Quillboar Necromancy. It's part of a quest. They're a quest mob, so you're killing them. And we have to kill 7 of these. This is pretty crazy that the world map isn't here. I don't know if it's something to do with my setup or what, but it's kind of crazy. Okay, so I should talk about focus. You basically use your abilities that use focus, and then when you run out of focus, you want to start using steady shot to build more like your focus back. So we just got level 5. We got a lot of stuff. Beast lore, men pet, feed pet, dismiss pet, and aspect of the cheetah. So dismiss pet, you don't need to click on that. If you right click on your pet's bar, you can click dismiss right here. It's really not necessary for you to use that button. Aspect of the cheetah is a movement ability. If you need to move really quickly or run away, it has a 3-minute cooldown. This is the first ability that you're going to get that has a long cooldown attached to it. What cooldown means is that if I hover over this ability, it says arcane shot, costs 40 focus, a quick shot that deals 20 arcane damage. But if I hover over aspect of the cheetah, it tells me instant. That means as soon as I click the button, the spell goes off, and then next to it, it says 3-minute cooldown. That means I cannot use this ability again for 3 minutes. That's all that means. Beast lore. I never really used beast lore, but if you use it over an enemy, it tells you, like, you know, oh, tameable. Oh, there you go. If you hover over it, it's a cunning. This is stuff that's like a way over our heads, right? Like, it's not something that you need to know right away. But if you hit beast lore and hover over a beast, and then you hover over their frame, it tells you that they're cunning, that they know smack, growl, and dash, and they like to eat meat, fish, cheese, bread, fungus, fruit, raw meat, and raw fish. I didn't know that goats ate meat, to be honest, but that's a little horrifying. You learn something every day. Generally speaking, feed pet, I think this is more of an RP thing. You don't have to feed them anymore. You used to in the old days. Men pet, you do have to use, though. Men pet, if you see that you're... My pet Goaty, for example, if he's taking too much damage, I click on Men pet again. It's instant cast and has a 10-second cooldown. That means I can only heal him every 10 seconds. So, you have to be mindful of when you can push your abilities. Later, when you get to a higher level, your pet will be able to tank for you, which means that he'll taunt enemies in front of you and make it to where they don't attack you. And it's really valuable, but that doesn't happen until... That does not happen until level 10, so be aware of that. Ogre Overseer, he's a rare enemy. He may not be here because someone else killed him. But anytime you see a rare enemy and they don't have like a lot of health, try to kill them because they usually drop better loot than regular enemies. Like I said, use up all of your focus until
Let's scram!
you don't have it anymore, and then start using steady shot. Those are your two buttons. Your goat will just sort of, do things. He doesn't really know much outside of just running up and attacking your enemies.
Must be Warlord Brekka, Soldier's mother. She always said you'd save our hides.
We're not safe just yet. Where are the others?
No idea, but I got a way to find out.
The Eternal Sun guides us.
Fine job. The Quillboars seem to be keeping their distance. Perhaps they learned their lesson, so...
Keep yourself.
Anytime you get a new item, you push B, look for it in your bags. Like we just got these linked mail chain gloves or linked mail gloves. Right click to equip it, and there you have it.
Ready to make some gold?
Down with the Quillboar. You sure got some guts. I respect that. I joined this expedition thinking I'd be a quick and easy way to make a little profit, but now with all this necromancy and crazy ogres, maybe I can make a lot of profit. So complete quest.
Seeing you later.
The Choppy Booster Mark V. You're looking for Shuja Grimax, right? Gotta tell you, she's kinda intense, always going on about using her own strength to get ahead. But you're in luck, cause I'm the one goblin who can help you find her and the rest of the expedition. Feast your eyes on this fancy device here. Stole it off a gnome, improved on it, and made it my own. I call it the Choppy Booster Mark V. Use it to find Shuja and the others. And use this, right?
Take it
So,
sleazy. This here's a tiny version of the Choppy Booster Mark V. Just let me enlarge it. Okay, might have overdone it a bit. Hold on. Perfect.
now you right click to get on top of it. And use, it's... This part plays by itself.
Work it like a charm.
If it has a camera, then why does someone need to be up there?
Don't ask questions.
Plan, in case your recruit gets dropped like a rock. This thing's still on? Hey, pal! You accepted all liability by agreeing to this.
Be quiet. I see something.
We will take your soul and raise the dragon from the dead.
Cowards! Soon you will face the full might of the Horde!
Ha! Our dragon will crush them. We have other rituals to oversee. Savor the final moments of your life.
They're bringing a dragon back from the dead? Is it too late for us to run?
We do not run when our people need us. Find us a way through all of those undead.
Hey, you say jump. I provide the rocket boots. How about a giant boar?
Whatever you do, make it quick. My daughter's life is at stake.
Daughter.
Time is money, friend. Pleasure doing business.
So resizing the situation. I call this gadget the resizer. It's what I used to unshrink the Choppy Booster Mark V. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I got at best a passing understanding of how this thing works. That means I'm gonna be pushing a lot of buttons to see what happens. I'm sure we'll figure out how to upsize one of those boars, then we'll use it to trample those undead goons. You hold the resizer while I fiddle with it, then just press the button and hope for the best.
Take it sleazy.
Okay, so
Well,
we're looking for boars.
now we just gotta deliver.
You get close enough to it, you see your icon change from a sword to the resizer icon, and then you just right click on it.
Try it now.
And then you get close, right click.
Oh, who needs a giant boar when we can do that? Here, try it again.
Last one.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Let's get back to Grimax.
The Horde leaves no
So the giant boar was a fool's errand, and you turned the device into a weapon instead? Good work. Let's see if you can pull this off. So, complete quest. We just got Feign Death. This ability is used if you're in a situation where an enemy is too hard to handle, or your pet is not able to tank for you and you're going to die, or you want to reset a fight. You hit Feign Death, and it has a 30-second cooldown. You can only do this every 30 seconds, and your character pretends to be dead basically, and it causes all the enemies to ignore you and reset the fight.
You need it? I got
Oh,
it.
the Re-Deather. I got the perfect plan. You're gonna ride the Choppy Booster Mark V and blast those walking cadavers from the sky. I hereby dub the Resizer the Re-Deather. We're gonna show them where the undead belong. Except for our undead, they're totally fine. Anyway, hop on the Chop Booster and pilot it. Once we save Shudra Grimax, we'll blast our way all the way to the other survivors. So we're going to get a reward, a nice bow. So that's nice. It'll be good to have a weapon upgrade.
Remember that my proprietary invention made it happen.
This is your introduction to vehicle combat. You'll notice that your interface completely changes to this, and you only have one ability. You click it, or you use your keybind. You click, hover it over the enemies that you're required to kill. They want us to kill these giant cadavers, 8 of them, so that's what we're doing.
Hey, remember that little talk we had about
Vehicle combat is few and far between. It was much more prevalent in earlier versions of the game. It was super prevalent in Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm.
I failed. Lord. Hang on, Shuja! Recruit with me. Loktar Ogar!
Time for murder! So again, I mean, you can stand still if you want, you can move around if you want. Steady shot can be cast while moving, so again, your best bet in avoiding the best way to reduce damage is by not taking damage at all, right? So as a ranged character, again, you have the ability to get distance between you two.
United. Now, tell me what's happened here.
So again, you right click. Thank you, stranger. I failed the horde. I was not strong enough to stop this threat on my own. So complete quest. We got ourselves a new bow, but I'm gonna have to wait because I have to watch this cutscene.
Necromancy to raise a dragon from the dead. They need sacrifices like us to fuel their magic. They're about to start a ritual that will already begun. They're going to use the life force they've gathered to reanimate the dragon. Then we must take action. Remember that when we band together, the whole
I'm also here.
any challenge. We will bring an end to these rituals before the ogres can complete them. Loktar Ogar!
Okay. So again, push B to open your bags. We got this nice new green bow, which means it's uncommon quality. Right click to automatically equip it. And there you can see it on my character right here. This walk around thing is still here. It'll go away once we're done with Exile's Reach, but very nice. Again, there used to be a mini-map. I don't know why the mini-map is not here. Like, did they think that it was too much or something? I don't know. But usually there's a mini-map up in your upper right-hand corner, but it's not there.
Ogres will cower before the horde.
So, stocking up on supplies. Provisioners Jin Hake managed to recover some other supplies from the shipwreck. I want you to see if he has anything you could use before we move to stop these rituals. Purchase any item from Provisioner Jin Hake and sell any of your items to him. Okay, so it's teaching you about selling and buying from NPCs. You right click on him. He has a horde tabard, tough jerky, You can see sell all junk items. Sometimes it won't sell things automatically that it doesn't consider junk, so you may have to go into your bags and sell anything that you don't have a need for. I'm never going to eat this jerky, just because realistically, this early in the game, you're not going to take enough damage to warrant you having to stop and eat something.
Spirits be with ya, man.
And now we have to buy something from him, so I'll buy the tabard.
Stay away from the
Right click to equip it. There you go, very nice. We now have a tabard on our character. Very cool. Now we turn this in.
The Horde has endured worse than this.
Complete quest, so we got a brand new bag out of it, which is quite nice. Quite nice. Okay. You know, I really wish that the minimap was here because it's kind of important, and I'm not sure why the minimap isn't here. Without that minimap, it's kind of hard for me to tell you where things are. I just don't know. Social combat ping system. I'm going to click on block guild invites. That's not important though. Overall, it's not important. So, don't really need that. Yeah, dude, I'm not quite sure. Let me see. Oh, apparently it's a bug and you have to relog to fix it. Okay, so give me a second. Give me 20 seconds, I should say. Because, yeah, without this mini-map, you're kind of, like, a little lost. Because opening your main map doesn't show. I mean, it does show, but the mini-map is quite nice. So I was wondering why it wasn't there. There it is. Okay, tracking options.
I wonder if this island
Warlord Grimax wants us to search west of here for the site of the next ritual. We could use your help. I've already died once. It's not an experience I'd care to repeat. So meet Lana, Jordan, west of the Horde camp.
I wonder if this island. Let's see if we can find one of those rituals.
So we'll go south first because I think the main story has us going north.
A dark pit and darker magic. I think we found the ritual. Never a dull moment.
So a giant pit filled with necrotic energy and spiders. I used to hate spiders. Now that I'm Forsaken, I don't think they're all that bad. They still definitely kill you, though. Who lurks in the pit? There's a whole lot of necrotic energy coming from this pit. I'm guessing a ritual is being performed down there. And that means a sacrifice. Do you hear that? I've got the best hearing around ever since I got this new ear sewn onto me. It sounds like there are some more of our soldiers trapped down there, probably all webbed up. Wansaw and I will stay up here and help anyone who gets out. You should jump in and rescue any who's left down there. So rescue 5 trapped expedition members.
You're the only hope those survivors have left. No pressure.
And make sure you be stopping that ritual.
Yeah, okay. So it's pretty self-explanatory in a lot of ways. But, you know, this, you're just basically using the lessons you've learned so far. Like, don't cap on your focus, and when you're out of focus, you click steady shot. So we're out of focus, so now I just use steady shot until we're back towards 100. We got a new ability called Hunter's Mark. Causing them to always be seen and tracked, Hunter's Mark increases all damage dealt to the target above 80% health by 5%. So we want to apply this usually before starting a fight. So you click it, you target, you click it, and now they take 5% more damage from you, as long as they're above 80% health. It's not bad, 5% more damage. Every 100 points of damage you deal, you just do 5 for free, if you think of it that way. Do 100 points of damage, get 5 for free. And it scales better the more damage you do, obviously. That's why it's usually called a scaling talent. It's something that does better the more you do. Because if you think to yourself, when you start doing thousands of damage, and then you get 50 points. If you do tens of thousands of damage, which is really possible, you get an extra 500 points of damage. So always have your Hunter's Mark on a target that's gonna not instantly die, obviously. Like these spiderlings have like no health. But the bigger spiders, put your Hunter's Mark, hit him with Arcane Shot. 2 Arcane Shots, he's dead. Hunter's Mark, 1 Arcane Shot. We don't have enough focus for another one, so steady shot. Right click to destroy the cocoon. Again, Goldie can't exactly tank for us right now, so he's just kind of here to, he's our, you know, moral support, really. Help me, Goldie, attack him. Like, you can tell him to attack if you click on this little icon right here.
Earth Mother, guide their path.
Oh, you're Krenna, Earth Daughter. Okay, well, that's for later. Let's just say she's not the best healer. Let's just say I've had her in a dungeon or two, and she's not the best healer. But that's for later. That's for later. So this guy has 163 health, so we're gonna put our Hunter's Mark on him. Generally, okay, so here's a tip that is more advanced. When you have an ability that is casted like Steady Shot, you generally want to use it first. So you hit Steady Shot and then A right afterwards, and both attacks will hit at the same time, dealing a quick burst of damage.
Thank you, friend. I will bear us to safety.
So generally, even though you have max
watch over and protect us.
energy, it's focus, sorry, energy is different. It's basically energy, but when you have max focus, you don't want to use an ability that will overcap you on focus. But this does 19 damage, right? So if you do these two abilities together, 19 and 24, that's 43 damage for your first attack instead of just 24. So even though it would overcap you on focus, it just does more damage overall. And really, when you're leveling, damage is king, because the faster you kill an enemy, the less time they have to deal damage to you. Also, your questing is faster.
You did good saving the survivors and killing the spiders.
Those
You're a good
spiders
man.
had their rightful home destroyed. They deserve
So now I'm going to use Aspect of the Cheetah so I can run really fast. So, who lurks in the pit? Krenna, Earth Daughter, will be vital to our cause. Her connection to nature will help us understand what the ogres have done for this to this island. So we got a new wrist piece that has agility and stamina on it, which is quite nice. Again, push B to open your bags, right click to put it on. Very good. Very good, very good. So, so as you can see, we still only have 3 abilities that we're using for combat. I don't really use these other abilities just because it's not necessary right now.
I will do whatever it takes.
And you don't even have to use Steady Shot if you don't want to, but it's just another button you can push. You have my thanks for saving me, Thuyoji. I swear to not show such weakness again. The ogres are planning to sacrifice the rest of the expedition to fuel the ritual that will raise the dragon. It seems one of the survivors was taken to the hills north of here. Bo scouted ahead to investigate. Come, we'll see what he has found. Meet with Bo near the Harpy Roost. So,
Be vigilant.
as you can see on your minimap, it shows you that's over here. And yeah, it was a bug that had us that we needed to relog for it to show itself. So these quest icons that have like a rectangular shape are main story quests. These regular exclamation points are side quests that usually give you extra experience and rewards. So doing them is really up to you. Sometimes it will be necessary for you to get to max level to do side quests, but so, freeing the lights. Ah, you're not in league with the ogres. Please, you must aid me. I've been bound against my will by dark magic. I ask only that you free me. Take a piece of my light, use it to dispel the necrotic energies that are keeping me captive. So, your reward for doing this is you get a 60% bonus movement to your speed for 10 minutes, and you get 130 bonus experience that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. So, accept. You just run over here, right click this thing.
I attempted to bring an end to these rituals. But the ogres ensnared me, drained my power.
I've never really explored Exile's Reach. I'll have to do it another time. Another time, perhaps. You see these columns, the way they look? This is ogre. Proper ogre architecture. Like, you don't really see this too often anymore.
The spell is weakening. The light returns to me.
They used to be a really powerful civilization in a different time.
You have my gratitude.
So complete the quest, and that's done. So
Let my blessing and end the necromancy that plagues this.
So easy bonus 130 experience for very little effort. That's about 20% of a main story quest
They seem to have captured a forsaken prisoner.
currently, or 10% maybe, closer to.
Power comes through focus.
So I have found the missing member of the expedition, but we have many problems to deal with first.
Maintain your balance.
So, Harpy calling. The Harpies seem to be in league with the ogres. Many of them are gathering to attack our camp. We must thin their numbers and thwart their attempts to eliminate us. Perhaps they will learn it's best to leave the horde be, so we're to defeat 10 Harpies. Our experience for this is 1,000, so doing that side quest was, yes, about, what is that, like 13% of a main story quest.
Stay ready. Take care of yourself.
Another 1,000. So purge the totems. The Harpies have placed vile totems throughout the area to attain more power. We must destroy those totems in order to debilitate our foes. Take this torch and burn any totems you see. It is wise to weaken one's enemy before the fight even begins. So we're going to get a belt out of this, which is quite nice.
Maintain your balance.
The rescue of Herbert Gloomburst. The Harpies plan to sacrifice the expedition's mage, a Forsaken by the name of Herbert Gloomburst. Our foes seek to use this vile necromancy even on the undead. Herbert's ethics are questionable, but he always strives to serve the Horde. We'll need this magic to stop the ogres, so also rescuing Herbert while we're there.
Honor. I'll cut a path straight through these harpies.
Count me in.
I love to kill. So if you look on your minimap, you see the little plus symbol, Ogre Taskmaster. That means he's a rare mob and you want to kill him. So again, I'm just starting the fight with Steady Shot. I want to kill that guy before someone else kills him, just because, again, they give you better rewards. Usually you get better rewards whenever you kill rare enemies, so killing rare enemies is good. Again, let's not forget to loot his body just because he gives you a 10 slot backpack, which is, or it's an 8 slotter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 8, which is nice. It's quite nice, quite nice. Normally you have to buy those if you don't do this. So again, we start with Steady Shot, and then we hit Arcane Shot as soon as we're done casting, and it'll fire off 2 attacks at once. So again, Steady Shot, then you hit Arcane Shot right after, and she gets hit with both attacks. Okay, now we're actually taking decent damage. I don't have any food because I sold it like a dum-dum. You don't be like me, though. If you see on the minimap, you see stolen treasures. Sometimes you'll see these out in the world. Right-click them for bonus loot and experience. 505, that's half of what a main quest gives us. So very nice, very nice. Again, we're destroying totems and killing harpy forces. So again, open with Steady Shot and then hit Arcane Shot. So I'll use that. So we got male leggings. Nice. We didn't have any before. We have a chest piece, which is kind of the same as this other chest piece, I'm not going to lie. Okay. Right click. Destroy these totems. Again, we're moving so fast because we did that side quest and he allowed us to run 60% faster for 10 minutes, so that's quite nice, quite nice. Quite nice, quite nice. Very good. Now, this quest can be a little wonky. Don't leave from underneath him. I've had it reset on me once or twice because I was not super close to Herbert. Isn't this ironic? The Harpies were just discussing using me as bait to capture more members of the Horde. And now you come strolling up here. By the way, they're going to attack you at any moment.
A shame I must break such a fascinating spell and keep the Harpies away from me.
It's funny because he's crazy. So again, let's not leave this circle. I wouldn't recommend it. Remember what they said, you always want to be looking at your enemy because you can't hit them if you don't look at them.
I've got your back. Let us strike them down.
And hitting them is a big part of killing them.
You do not fight alone. Loktar Ogar!
Did you heal me, Shuja, by chance? Just a little. I didn't bring any beef jerky with me. I might have something here. Oh, I got a potion. Potions are great for emergency heals, but this heals, what, 80? I have how much health exactly? Doesn't really say. Or I can't see it anyway. So now I want to take it because I'm going to die if I don't. As you can see, you can only drink potions every 5 minutes.
Something big is coming this way.
Really should have kept that food, huh?
For the Horde!
I might die. So now's the chance for us to use Feign Death. He's just gonna kill me. Because I didn't have any food to heal myself. Don't be like me, I thought I wasn't gonna need it. So disengage, says I don't want him attacking me. We have tools, it's just that I didn't want to break the quest. But disengage to immediately get far enough away from somebody to the point where, you know, they stop hitting you. And don't sell your food like I did because I thought that it was going to be outdated. But clearly I was wrong. Clearly I needed that food because my pet is dead. Not Goldie. Oh, Goldie, what are we going to do with you? I don't know how you died, but he got killed as soon as I pretended to die. So Harpy calling. Complete quest. The Harpies seem to be retreating to their roost. That should give us time to stop the ogres.
Take care.
The Harpies grow weaker with their totems destroyed. Let us hope they realize that the Horde is a force to be reckoned with. So now push B. Preemptively, I push B. Complete quest.
Stay ready.
Now I right click to automatically equip that. Very nice. The rescue of Herbert Gloomburst. Thanks for the save. They must be desperate for sacrifices if they wanted to use someone who's already dead. If anyone's going to drain my life essence for use in a forbidden ritual, it's going to be me. So complete quest. Message to base. Perhaps my mother was right. Together we stood against the Harpies and claimed victory. Let us return to camp with Herbert in tow. We're one step closer towards thwarting the ogres and their plans to revive that dragon. So return to the Horde camp, and we're going to get some new legs out of this. Quite nice. Uncommon quality legs, which is nice.
We're one step closer to crushing those pitiful ogres.
Okay. Again, you'll see people riding around on motorcycles, motorbikes, and doing all this crazy stuff. That's later. That's for later. Don't worry too much about it. This is your first character. Enjoy your time being a noob because it only happens once. It's good to see you all back in one piece. You are a testament to the Horde's strength. Let's hope Gloomburst is as powerful as he is unhinged. So right click to equip these new legs. We got a new quest here.
Of course, you come to me for aid.
Greetings, Hunter. I can help stable your pets or assist you in recovering lost companions. So a hunter's trap. If you want to be called a true hunter, you'll need to learn the art of trapping. Fortunately, I happen to be an expert in it. First, you'll need to gather supplies from the surrounding areas so you can fashion a proper freezing trap. Herbert can supply you with a with a moat of ice. Scavenge the area for other materials. You'll need the trap to handle another issue that has recently arisen. So, okay. God dang it. Trying to scroll down.
At your
There.
service.
So you will learn freezing trap, and it just says scavenge.
Tarry with those supplies. The sooner
So-
you learn how to set this trap, the better.
Herbert, do you have an ice mode I can use?
An ice mode? Oh, sure. I've got plenty ever since the accident.
You're crazy. It's funny. So, it shows you on the map, so we need to get this rusted chain and an old spring. So, right, here we go, right here. Again, your mini-map is your friend. Although relying too much on it can also, like, debilitate you in a way to, like, think for yourself, but that's okay if you're new. If you're new, it's cool to just follow the map. But as you level more and more characters, you'll start to realize where to go automatically, and sometimes you'll know a better way to get there than how the map is telling you.
The eternal sun guides us.
Did you acquire the necessary supplies? Herbert should have the ice moat. Well, so yes, we did get the stuff.
Remember the day
With a little
you
work,
made
this can become an effective trap. Part of what makes a real hunter is the resourcefulness to use what your environment provides. So, complete quest.
Shirella Ron.
Freeze trap is another tool you can use to shift 2 for my case, but you can also click it wherever you put it on your bars. If you want to put it here and click it, you can. I just move it over here just because 2 and 3 in my mind are for different abilities. It's just hard to explain right now. So aspect of the turtle, this is another defensive ability that reduces all damage you take by 30%, but you cannot attack anything. It has a 3-minute cooldown, so if you need to run away, aspect of the turtle, aspect of the cheetah to stop you from dying and to quickly get away. So,
Drawn Dawn Tracker.
hunting the stalker. Now that you have your trap, we can move on to the true problem at hand. A strange creature not native to this island has been stalking our camp. I think we should capture it and see how it can help us. Set the freezing trap within these ruins to lure it out. We'll see just what we're dealing with. So use your freezing trap within the ogre ruins to lure out the beast stalking the camp. So accept.
Remember the day. Set the freezing trap within the ogre ruins. The beast that stalks our camp should emerge.
Okay, so shift 2 for me. Your little reticle will appear. I'm going to put it right here.
Look, it approaches. Ah, caught it. Wait, I recognize this beast. It was aboard our ship. It must have survived the crash.
Poor thing. He's fine though, he's good.
Of course, you come to me for aid.
We get Call Pet 2, which summons a second pet, which we can't do yet anyway, but... And where do I even put this? Yeah, you must dismiss your current pet. It's instant thing, I don't know. There's all these little things here that are taking up all kinds of slots. So the Art of Taming, I'd like so... Quite the surprise to find this beast so hale and hardy. It seems to have taken a liking to you. If you're ever going to be as great as one of the Dawn Trackers, you must learn how to handle multiple pets. Allow me to show you. Learn how to dismiss, tame, and stable pets from this guy. So use dismiss pet to temperament.
Your current pet to tame another. You can call it back to you later.
So you right-click his frame, click on dismiss.
Give me the word once you are ready to tame the beast.
Then I'd like to, I'm ready to tame the pet, call him out.
Tame it, just like the one before.
Oh, there he is. So you click on him, click on Tame Beast, and there he goes. What's whatever.
Tamed. Now you must learn how to place them in a stable.
So you right click, like to stable my pet. So we click on turtle. Move him right there. So the Art of Taming, complete quest.
Keep yourself safe.
So what is this? Exhilaration. This is a really powerful cooldown that instantly heals us for 30% of our... Heals you for 30% and your pet for 100%. So a really powerful cooldown. You can do it every 2 minutes where you're allowed to instantly heal yourself. Really powerful. It's called Exhilaration. Really good. If you're about to die, use it to stop yourself from dying. The Dark Maul Citadel. The last remaining survivor is being held within the Ogre's Citadel. Quinn and Herbert have a plan to get us inside. A small group of us will gather up north. You're coming with us. If we fall here... The ogres... sorry, excuse me. Will raise the dragon from the dead. We won't let that happen. Meet Warlord Grimmax outside of Dark Maul Citadel. So as you can see, we're going over here, but there's a side quest here called Kill Claw the Terrible. Also, we need to call out Goaty. Now, if you push P, this opens up your spell book. So as a hunter, you see all the spells we have currently. We have Arcane Shot, Aspect of the Cheetah, Aspect of the Turtle, Call Pet, Pet Utility, which is all these other buttons that they slowly taught us over time. So instead of having all these abilities on your bar, you would drag Pet Utility over here, click it, and then this menu opens up for you to use any one of these abilities. I would probably put Tame Pet on my bars just because, but it's easier for me to click on it that way. And also Call Pet. You can see that we have Goaty. And that's about it, really. So I just wanted to do that really quickly, just because these bars over here were getting far too clogged up with abilities. So again, you got call pet and your pet utility. I have men pet on my bars because it is kind of required. So this is a suggest. So this is your introduction to group quests. Kill Claw the Terrible. You see a crude sign made by the ogres. It contains a big warning. Big Bear bad. Big Bear guard Big Ogre treasure. Kill after ritual. Get treasure. Make more power. So it says suggested 3. As a hunter, you can solo quests like these. It's a little dangerous though, I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna put our hunter's mark. Start with steady shot. 2 arcane shots. Start moving. Casting steady shot. So disengage away from him. Just keep running, keep your distance from him. Remember, we have stuff like Exhilaration too. Feign Death for a bit to get him to attack Goaty for a bit. And he's dead. Essentially, you are like the power of 2 people. But, you know, that was suggested for 3 players. But if you know how to play your class properly, you can solo even very powerful enemies like that guy. It just takes practice and you getting comfortable on your class. But we had tools, right? If he started attacking me again, I have aspect of the turtle, I have aspect of the cheetah, I have exhilaration. So you have to use your abilities wisely. Like if it got really hairy, I could have used exhilaration to heal me. If I saw that Goaty was gonna die, I could have healed him back up to full. What do we get from that? We got these male spalders. Quite nice. Quite nice. And that's why Hunter's kind of a recommended class for beginners. You can do lots of things that other classes just can't do. But we're gonna just run away because we're not fighting him again. So call Goaty.
These ogres will cower before the horde.
We need to get into Dark Maul Citadel, rescue the last survivor, and stop the ogre necromancer behind all of this. Herbert and Krenna are going to cast a spell to make you look like an ogre, and then you're going to take us in as your prisoners. We do not have the strength to launch a full-scale assault, so this will have to do. Speak with Herbert when you're ready. So accept. Herbert's right here. Right-click. I'm ready to transform. I'm ready. Transform me into an ogre, and I'll sneak into the Citadel.
Stay, model. A willing test subject. Such a rare find.
Good. Now act like an ogre and get us inside. Don't speak. Just smile and wave. The dumber you look, the better.
Stop talking to me. They can hear all the things you're saying.
For sacrifices, go to cooking pit. Wave at Gorgoth. Show what you got.
Cooking pit, you say?
Moving. See if we can learn anything about the ritual.
This sort of teaches you how to use emotes and stuff. When you see other players, you can slash type wave. Slash? You can type slash wave, sorry. So,
What do we have?
find the ogres, swipe. So, you hit enter, forward slash, wave. You wave at him and he's like,
Them to the back. We'll seal them with the
Then forward slash dance is optional. It's one of the emotes that you have access to.
It's time to come. This one got some moves. You dance good.
It's cute. Not necessary, but it's cute.
I said act like an ogre, not dance like one.
Yeah, I was having a good time. What of it? We're nearly done. I think you get exactly to level 10 in Exile's Reach if you don't have heirlooms and stuff, which we'll talk about later. Later.
Thunderwalker. We have to destroy those seals now! Raw strength won't be enough. We need to end the spell.
Break the spell.
For the whole
Warlord Thunderwalker won't last much longer. Soon his life essence will be completely drained. Gorgroth mentioned that they are keeping him captive through the use of ward stones. I want you to recover these ward stones and bring them here so we can release Thunderwalker. Okay. Did you see the catapults lined up on the way over here? Seems like the ogres are planning to hurl who knows what at our camp. Good thing I came prepared. Cork gave me some of his explosives as a contingency plan. I was going to save them for some enemies back in Orgrimmar, but I suppose you should use them here instead. Blow up the catapults before they fire on our camp, so we're destroying 4 catapults. We're getting Jugnug's ward, Wug's ward, and Grunk's ward. So, like ogres to the slaughter. This is worse than I thought. The ogres were counting on us to stage a rescue attempt. It seems that they plan to attack our camp while they near completion of the ritual. We can't let that happen. Crush the ogres. Show them the strength of the horde. So we're slaying 8 ogres. So now we have lots of things to be doing. Generally, my go-to advice is, okay, if you got a kill quest, like slay 8 ogres, do that while working on other things. So these controlling the stones, we want to really do this first, because it's one dude that we have to kill. So we go here and kill him first. There aren't any ogres around here. I think there's another person questing around here, so everybody's dead. Which is fine. Sometimes that just happens. You're going to have to wait for your enemies to respawn for you to complete the quest. But see this? This guy is dead, so someone just killed him. That's fine.
I do not have a target.
As you can see, we one-shot that dude with a steady shot and an arcane shot, which is why it's good to get in the habit of hitting your casted ability first, like steady shot, and then immediately firing off your instant cast spell. Don't have to do it, but it does do a lot of damage. So this guy respawned. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put Hunter's Mark. I'm forgetting about Hunter's Mark. Oh, don't want to be hit by that. Again, we're killing ogres, destroying catapults. Start with steady shot, then hit arcane shot. Steady shot, arcane shot. Steady shot, arcane shot. And then steady shot since we're out of basically energy to keep shooting our spells off at him. Steady shot, arcane shot. And now steady shot, arcane shot. That's going to change as we level up. Obviously, we will get more abilities. Here's the guy that has been killing all of our quarry. Do these guys count as ogre forces? No, they don't. No, they don't, but that's fine. There's a treasure chest over here, apparently. Let me check. Ah, there it is. Steady shot, arcane shot. Steady shot, arcane shot. Arcane shot, dead. So this guy just respawned. Use Hunter's Mark. Start with steady shot, then hit arcane shot. Steady shot.
You know, stop it.
Steady shot. Arcane shot. Steady shot.
Please speak.
We got another chest on the map. We should go get that. Hunter's Mark. Steady shot. Arcane shot. Steady shot. Arcane shot. Dead. So realistically, it takes 4 attacks to kill these dudes, right? But you can get 2 off at the same time if you cast Steady Shot before you start the fight. Steady Shot, Arcane Shot. Steady Shot, Arcane Shot. Usually it's enough to kill 1 enemy, so... Boom. Usually when enemies are standing really close together like that, they'll both attack you. I do wonder if it's different here on Exile's Reach. You want to be careful of seeing lots of enemies standing together because they might all attack you at the same time. But that wasn't the case that time, so... Just something to be aware of. Good work. You didn't happen to save any of those explosives, did you? So we hit level 10. Level 10 is really important because this is the first time you are able to use a mount, and it's the first time that you're able to pick a specialization. Now Hunter has a specialization called Beast Mastery. So all I did is push N to open up our specialization. A Master of the Wild who can tame a wide variety of beasts to assist them in combat. You have Marksmanship, a Master Sharpshooter who excels in bringing down enemies from afar. Survival, an Adaptive Ranger who favors using explosives, animal venom, and coordinated attacks with their bonded beast. So this is a Hunter who's melee, who fights in close combat. Marksmanship and Beast Mastery are ranged, and ranged is just safer to play, so we will be going Beast Mastery. I suggest if this is your first time playing the game, you go Beast Mastery as well. But really play what you want and what sounds fun to you, but we will be doing Beast Mastery for this demonstration. So Concussive Shot or Kill Shot. So we have 4 nodes that we can pick. You have, like I said, Concussive Shot, Kill Shot, Trailblazer, or Wilderness Medicine. So Kill Shot, it costs 10 focus, it has a 10-second cooldown. You attempt to finish off a wounded target dealing 140 physical damage, and it's only usable on enemies that are less than 20% health. Concussive Shot dazes the target, slowing movement speed by 50% for 6 seconds. So this is a defensive option that you can use to slow down enemies so that you can run away from them easier. Steady Shot will increase the duration of Concussive Shot on the target by 3 seconds. That's an interesting thing that I didn't know. So Trailblazer, your movement speed is increased by 15% anytime you've not attacked for 3 seconds. So this is just increases your base movement speed by 15%. 30% eventually whenever you have both points in it. As you can see, it's hard for me to show you, but if you hover over it, it says Trailblazer rank 0 of 2. That means you could put 2 points into it. This says rank 0 of 1. It only requires 1 point. Wilderness Medicine, rank 0 of 2. Men pet heals for an additional 25% of your pet's health over its duration and has a 25% chance to dispel a magical effect. So this makes healing your pet more effective. For my playstyle, I'm going with Kill Shot. If you feel like you need to be more defensive, I would suggest Concussive Shot or Men Pet. So now we click on talents, and also we have direct control over our pet now. As you can see, he has 3 abilities that he didn't have before. He has Smack, Growl, and Dash. Growl, your pet growls at the target, generating threat, taunting the target to attack your pet. So from this point forward, at level 10 is when you have the ability to have your pets do all the work for you, basically. Not all the work, but they will stop enemies from attacking you. So smacks the enemy, causing 14 damage, deals 100% more damage and 100% more focus when your pet has 50 or more. So it does 28 as long as their focus is at max, but also costs twice the amount, so it costs 50. Very interesting. And dash, that just zooms them up so that they can attack their target faster. So very nice. Kill Shot is right here, again only usable on targets 20% or lower. So, like ogres to the slaughter, that should weaken the ogres long enough for us to put an end to their plotting. So, complete quest. B to open our inventory. We got these nice gloves. Good. Now we have to click on these stones, which I forgot to do earlier. 2, and 3.
You have my thanks, but we must still end the ogre's ritual.
Ritual, you say? Yes. Yes, I do.
Well met.
These were the ward stones used to bind me. Perhaps even the ogres have heard tale of my strength.
Be careful.
Really? I don't know who you are. That's mean, but I'm gonna let that slide. Thank you for the aid, but saving me will not stop the ogres. They already have enough life essence to complete the ritual. Uh-oh. Dungeon, Dark Maw Citadel. Gorgroth seeks to raise a powerful dragon, Ravnir, from the dead. He's collected enough life essence to attempt to finish the ritual. Even if it means Ravnir will not be at her full strength, Gorgroth will not stop until he is slain. You must storm the citadel and slay Gorgroth before he can complete his ritual. I would charge him beside you were I not still recovering from his dark magic. Complete the dungeon, Dark Maw Citadel. You click accept. Use the group finder. So this is your first introduction to group finder. This is group content that has you match with people similar to your level, anywhere from 10 to 70, but they will make your levels match each other. And basically you do a dungeon together. 10 to 69, sorry, giggity, but 70 is max level stuff. It's very rare, I think, that you'll find 70s, but I might be lying about that. So you hit I, Dungeon Finder. You have Raid Finder, which is not available, obviously. Dungeon Finder, Exile's Reach, Dark Maw Citadel. You are a damage dealer. So this little flag indicates that you know the dungeon and are willing to tell other players about it. This plus means that you are a healer, and this shield means that you're a tank. We are a damage dealer, so we click Find Group. And we click Enter. It will not be an instant proc for you. It just won't. If you're a damage dealer, you often have to wait a little longer because everybody usually gravitates towards being a damage dealer instead of being a support class. But give me 1 second. I have to use the restroom.
We've slain almost all of them. Keep fighting!
All this necrotic energy. The ritual must nearly be complete.
Oh, we got a Rune Tusk necklace. So B. Rune Tusk necklace. Where's that at? You gain 4 backpack slots because we have an authenticator. That's nice. That was nice of them to do that. Oh shit, they're just up there killing all the things. They didn't wait for me. Oh wait, did we queue with an actual person? Huh. Well, that's fine.
Recruit! You strike!
Me gonna smash! You no stop a ritual!
I'll draw his attention. Shoot ya! Heal our wounds!
Yeah, I didn't realize we were here with somebody else.
I need to be closer.
Well, turn, you a tank or what are you? It says he's a damage dealer, so. Huh. You know, I thought that we did this alone. We did it last time alone, so it's fine. Doesn't bother me. Usually, I don't know. Last time we did this, it was alone. But I think they've like integrated the follower system technology with this because it wasn't like that last time.
Gorgroth, prepare to join your precious dragon in death.
Well, he's not a tank, so I'll put Growl on.
Ritual. Not after all we have done.
I need to target something first.
Grabmir will destroy you all.
Strike now, for the Horde!
So he is against enemies that are going to live a long time. I should have put my hunter's mark on him. That was my bad. Don't be like me. You gotta make sure to put your hunter's mark on. Oh, I don't want to get hit by that. I love mortals. Ooh. Luckily for us, steady shot can be casted while moving, so it didn't exactly stop our cast. That's another thing. Dead. That's why I picked kill shot. It does a lot of damage.
Together, we can put an end to these rituals. For the Horde.
That's weird. I never thought that we did it together. Last time I was here, it was
Horde reinforcements. I knew they would find them.
it was solo.
Thunder soldiers. We've been trying to push our way past the storm.
Oh, there's my neck piece. I'm like, why come I don't see it?
These ogres will cower before the
We got a helmet piece. Victory for the Horde. It is time we return to Orgrimmar's heroes and conquerors.
Don't let your guard down.
So we're done here. Let's return to Orgrimmar. When you're ready, hop on one of the wyverns. It's time to go home. Okay, so
Stay sharp. Danger.
got a new helmet. Let's put that on. So
Together, we can put an
we're gonna
end
get
to
a
these
new
rituals.
chest piece, which is quite nice. So accept.
We'll mount the wyvern and fly home to Orgrimmar. Glory awaits us.
Yeah, I didn't know that. It's rude. You don't want to leave. I thought we were by ourselves, so I thought I had a chance. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone up to. I would have said something, but I didn't realize that that was a real person. Last time we did this, it was just us, and it was AI people. But that's cool. I mean, usually people will get in, get the dungeon done, and leave. There's very little interaction. Whether or not you think that's a good or bad thing is subjective, obviously.
I am glad that you do not. This
But I
island
did need to
must be
apologize for
allowed
not, because it's a group effort. I wanted to apologize for not being a part of it at the beginning. Just because, I really needed to go pee-pee.
An impressive display of the Horde's strength. Those ogres would do well to run and hide.
They could join us. Ogres usually
It is time we
are a part of the Horde. Some of them are. But basically, I will show you what you're going to see. Currently, as of recording this right now, you are going to Battle for Azeroth zones. So that's where we'll be going, and I will be telling you my preferred questing route for those zones. Did we level again? We must have, right? That means I have a point to spend.
Orgrimmar.
Bastion of the Horde. Bulwark,
Standing as a
Bastion,
symbol
same
of
difference.
pride and resilience, it is here that its citizens gather to
Why is that
barter
kid
goods
wearing booty
and
shorts? Someone
muster
dressed that kid
strength.
properly.
Their longtime rival, the Imperious Alliance, poses a relentless threat. But no foe can hope to stand against the fearless soldiers
This is a cool little
of the
cinematic intro.
Horde. Like many Pandaren, you have known a life of harmony on the traveling Isle of Shenzin-Su. But your intrepid spirit yearns for adventure. Azeroth faces countless threats. Bold heroes.
Like I said, we'll do a not so beginner course and show you what you could have started with, but new players will always do Exile's Reach, I'm pretty sure.